Machu Picchu was never discovered by Spanish explorers. In fact, to this day, nobody knows why the Incas abandoned this lost city. We'll find out more about this ancient story as we journey from Cusco to Machu Picchu by train. It was called one of the world's greatest train journeys, going from Cusco to Machu Picchu by train. And explore the incredible ruins of this mystic city in
Travel with Kids Peru!
Travel. Who says it can't be done with the kids? Well, many have, and we're here to prove otherwise. Here's our story.
Sometime after college and before being grown-ups, we, that's me,
And that's me.
left it all behind for 1 year to see the world. With a one-way ticket in hand, we had a grand adventure across 35 countries.
Fast forward 5 years, a house payment, real jobs, and a different sort of adventure called parenthood. With these guys,
That's me. I'm Nathan and I'm 7. That's me. I'm Janice and I'm 5.
Now we're off again to share our adventures with you as we discover the wonders of the world, the wonders of nature, the wonders of parenthood, and sometimes wonder, what were we thinking in Travel with Kids?
In this episode of Travel with Kids, join us as we explore the Spanish Inca city of Cusco with its rich culture and incredible crafts.
And I got this.
And then head by train to the base of Machu Picchu. But where is that legendary city?
We can't see it, but there's that mountain that we always see. Or maybe it's that one.
Find out if we can discover the ruins or if we'll be lost to the beautiful jungle surrounds like so many explorers before us. Plus, find out if Seamus has found a good guide
They're flying up to Machu Picchu.
or if the altitude is finally getting to the boys.
Machu Picchu. And there was Inca stuff. I went to Machu Picchu and it was awesome.
One of the main cities of the Incan Empire, Cusco thrived under the guidance of Pachacutec, who built palaces and temples, diverted rivers for water, and created an empire. Today, Cusco is the premier tourist magnet of South America. Tourists come here to immerse in the indigenous culture with colorful festivals and markets, and to visit the ruins in the nearby Sacred Valley, the most famous of which is Machu Picchu.
Cusco is one of the most amazing cities in the world. Tall Inca walls line the cobbled streets into a massive town square which is anchored by Spanish colonial churches. But if you really want to find evidence of the Incas in this area, a trip to Machu Picchu is a must, and we found a great way to get there.
Train to Machu Picchu. We're going in style.
The Hiram Bingham train is named after the modern explorer who rediscovered Machu Picchu. This train system is part of the famed Orient Express group, and it spares no luxury along the way. We're greeted by workers in tuxedos with champagne and orange juice to enjoy while we get checked in. And traditional dancers bid us farewell on our journey. The bar car offers welcome snacks for the kids.
Chocolate croissant. I'm going to get another one. Chocolate croissant.
The Hiram Bingham up to Machu Picchu. It's a lot of fun for the kids. We can actually stand right out here on the platform, watch the train tracks go by, look for donkeys and llamas. Kids are having a blast. There's an open platform at the back of the train, and we all enjoy the fresh air, watching the small villages, farms,
Oh, look, a mud brick house.
local life blur past us as the train chugs up the tracks. About halfway up, the train traverses up the mountain in a series of switchbacks. When we get to the bottom of this, we're going to stop again and go the other way.
It went like super far up, but it's not going to go super far up backwards.
And the train stops at Ollantaytambo, a village in the Sacred Valley.
The Rio Urubamba Valley, known as the Sacred Valley, is packed with Inca sites, villages, and incredible markets. At the train station, there's a hotel and restaurants and lots of vendors offering weavings and hats. We also get to check out the other train options. There's actually 3 different train options to get to Machu Picchu. The luxury version that we're on, the Vista Dome, and the Backpackers. Behind me here is the Backpackers train, and normally you'd find us on the Backpacker train, but we decided we just had to show you the Hiram Bingham.
It's lunch time.
Lunchtime.
Please, you can go to restaurant. Go ahead, please.
Lunchtime. The dining tables are covered in white linens with china and silver, and the food is scrumptious.
Cheers.
Although some of the dishes are a bit sophisticated for the kids' palates. Tastes like chicken. Alpaca after visiting an alpaca farm just doesn't fly with the boys. But they have other things that they enjoy, and the views from the windows are incredible. Tall canyon walls jutting from the rocky floor, lush jungle framing whitewater foam toppling huge boulders, animals trotting along the tracks.
Ooh, piggy.
Look at the lady sitting there, you're funny. Holy cow!
I didn't even try.
And local porters hiking by with cargo teetering far above their heads. We just passed the start of the Inca Trail. I think they're working a little harder than we are. So while we are pampered in the lap of luxury, other tourists explore a different way up the mountain.
The traditional Inca Trail is a 4-day hike running from just outside the Ollantaytambo ruins. Although the total distance is just over 15 miles, the trail runs through 3 Andean passes and takes 4 days to complete. This is a trip of a lifetime for a lot of people, and space is limited, so be sure to reserve well in advance. If 4 days of hiking through high mountain passes sounds like too much for you, there are other variations ranging from flatter routes passing through small villages to 2-day treks along the original trail.
Bye, Inca Trail people. After lunch, it's time for a little homework. Oh no! If you bring their schoolwork along with you, it makes missing school a little bit easier. Most teachers will give you their assignments ahead of time.
2 times, like, that's the lowest number, so you would add 11 plus 11. See, I'm looking for an Inca house out of random items.
I always try to turn our travels into a learning opportunity for the kids, and this is the perfect place to make the history of exploration come alive. Machu Picchu had been left vacant for centuries when Hiram Bingham, on an expedition with local Quechuas to find the lost city of Vilcabamba, stumbled upon the ruins in 1911. Suddenly, we found ourselves standing in front of the ruins of 2 of the finest and most interesting structures in ancient America. And the kids imagined the rooms as they looked when he found them there. A throne for the mummies of departed Incas. He had a good camera and the sun was shining, so he could take lots of pictures to prove it.
It could just be a set, studio set.
Hollywood came down to Peru, built a set.
No, prove that it's a set. I don't think it's a set. Because I seen the picture, and it's not a set.
Okay. Well, we'll soon find out. But first, it's back to the bar car for some local entertainment.
siga queriendo, palomita, ay mi palomita, linda flor, que yo te siga queriendo.
The train arrives in the town at the base of Machu Picchu, Aguas Calientes. Where we're met by our hotel. There's lots of small lodges and guest houses lining the streets and river of Aguas Calientes. But Inca Terra's focus on nature will allow us and the kids to learn much more about the surrounding area. The incredible architecture and beautiful gardens certainly don't hurt either. And the kids are instantly sold on the property as we are greeted with welcome gifts.
Look at your bed, Nathan.
And scope out the private pool.
There's one. Oh my gosh.
The jungle around Inca Terra is packed with exotic plants and wildlife, and today we're going to explore it. So we visit the Eco office, where we meet our nature guide, who gives us the grand tour.
What are all these?
Spores.
Can I touch them? Softly. Feel it. Feel it.
Seamus even finds one from the country of his namesake.
Shamrocks. Where's the lucky one?
The jungle people usually use medical plants for everything. Okay, for kidney stones, for example, they drink this one. And also, this sap is good for sunburns.
Sweet coffee.
It's quite sweet. You have to peel this.
I'm gonna eat a
Peel.
coffee bean. It's yummy. Sweet.
And learn about all the healing stories of the plants.
Superstition says it's good for good luck and saving money.
Can we eat anything here? Minty. Smell it.
Until they hear the other ways the locals use the herbs.
For fever, usually people boil the ruda with urine, and then they take a bath
What did she say?
with urine.
Oh, well, I think tasting is where we'll draw the line. But helping to grind the plants to make a special drink may be just what the doctor ordered.
There were coffee and tea plantation in this site. The leaf ferment 15 hours to get black tea.
They're squeezing
Okay,
it.
we're going to squeeze the leaf. Okay, we're going to help them to process
Can I do
the
this?
green tea for the hotel. Okay.
So how do I turn all like iffy? Like little tiny.
Look at them first.
Watch how they're
Look
doing.
at them.
They don't have any hammers or anything.
We do this every 20 days or 15 days, depends of the season. To take the water out. The water
I'm
out.
making tea.
And tea's not the only thing they make here.
What is this?
Smell. Coffee bean. Peanuts.
No,
Can we
put this
grind?
way. Right here.
Back on the trail, the guide points out lots of birds.
2 nest spot with the mother, father, and we heard also some chicks in the nest. And it was wonderful and exciting also.
And evidence of other animals.
There is a tree, there's a fallen tree, right? Do you see that one? Spectacle bear climbing those trees.
And shows us 2 they rescued that are waiting for better homes.
Look at all those he eats.
After the walk, the guide sends the kids on a treasure hunt with a spin.
What is it?
They're to take pictures with digital cameras of the things in her riddles. Not only does it reinforce all the things we've learned, it gives the kids souvenirs of the trip. I'll have to remember this one. It's a great idea to use in our other travels in the future.
It says, I like to get tanned from white to black to taste better. What did we see that was white when we pulled it out of the bag and then they roasted it and it got black?
Tea.
Close. What?
Coffee.
I think that might be right. So go get coffee. So you gotta go get a coffee, a white coffee bean and a black coffee.
I like hang around all day.
Looking for the sweet in me.
To the hummingbird feeder. All right. Hummingbird in Quechua, Kente.
They're flying up to Machu Picchu.
You guys did it! You got the treasure hunt! Yay!
After the treasure hunt, we relax in front of the fire at the hotel and talk about all the fascinating things we saw on our walk today. And think about the big day tomorrow when we explore the mountains above us to find the lost city.
Well, the big day is finally here. We're heading up the mountain to discover Machu Picchu. So we pull on our hefty walking shoes, pack the umbrellas, change some money,
So it's 200 with 70.
and fill up on a solid breakfast. You can't bring food into the ruins, so make sure the kids are well fed before you head in. So we're all prepared. And now it's time to hunt down the lost city.
Is that Machu Picchu? We can't see it, but there's that mountain that we always see. Or maybe it's that one. Maybe. Let's see. Maybe it's that one.
No wonder the city stayed lost for so many centuries. The jungle mountains soaring from the deep canyons here and the misty clouds rolling through it make it impossible to find from here.
Nathan, go get him now.
But lucky for us, there were explorers before us.
Right. Machu Picchu. Right there. We in the tall mountain on top.
But before we get too far, even off the hotel property, the kids are already interested in some Inca technology.
Well, that's how the Incas did it. They carved these things to make their water flow all around their cities.
And then it goes.
And it's good for them to see the architecture in action before we get to Machu Picchu, so they can visualize how it may have looked back then. And then it dawns on them.
Wait, so we have to climb up there?
You want to do the Inca Trail?
Lucky for us, there are several ways to get to Machu Picchu. There is the Inca Trail, or you could hike an hour through the jungle from Aguas Calientes for a bit of an explorer feel, which Nathan wants to do, but with our limited time here and small legs that are already going to be tired after a full day exploring the ruins, we decide on option 3, the bus. So we take a short walk through the narrow corridors lined with shops and restaurants, and the craft market, where open-air stalls sell local weavings, carvings.
Aguas Calientes is a ramshackle backpackers village, quickly becoming an upmarket destination. Trains, huts, luxury hotels, locals, markets, kids, restaurants, street stalls, all set around a beautiful river setting.
Is it dead? Totally looks like those are his eyes.
Oh yeah, the owl butterfly, like we learned about in Costa Rica. The boys work their way through the market and become excellent negotiators.
¿Cuántos cuesta? Una. That size for 3 soles.
Vender 5 soles.
Oh, he says 5 soles or nothing. You want it?
Yeah. I'll buy
Sure?
it.
Yeah, okay.
That's 5 soles.
That was very nice.
Aguas Calientes makes for a real adventure travel experience and is exciting for the whole family. The markets are great and so colorful, and the people are so friendly. And when you're ready to head to Machu Picchu, the buses are waiting for you. Just walk down to the town square, buy your ticket, get on a bus, and they'll take you right to the top.
Oh, thanks, baby.
Okay, hora de partir.
Unos 10-15 minutos.
15 minutes.
On the way to the top, we pass the jump-off point for the 1-hour hike that leaves from Puentas Ruinas.
Are those people hiking with the Inca Trail?
And back and forth on the narrow switchbacks giving way to steep cliffs with incredible views over the valleys and mountaintops.
The way to Machu Picchu.
Close to the top of the mountain, the bus stops by turnstiles, leading to a short path the rest of the way up. And as you come up over the crest, a view like no other is revealed.
It's amazing.
It is amazing.
Everything good but nothing bad. Everything cool but nothing not cool. Amazing.
Well, I think Nathan is now convinced that it's not a movie set as he climbs the vast ruins.
How come the Incas went away?
No one is quite sure why the Incas abandoned this city or how it was used. Originally, it was thought to have been a city of chosen women, but later evidence revealed it may have been a retreat for the Incan royals and an important ceremonial center in the heavens.
Climb was worth it.
Huge stone structures are laid out in an organized community as structured as any modern town. Surrounded by eerie jungle-covered mountains that once obscured the city from view, open lawns lead to terraces for farming, and ceremonial buildings soar above areas where everyday life goes on. You can almost feel the Inca presence here.
Probably somebody's house, and they just did this all day.
Just on the other side of the peak begins the journey down into the city.
So this is the Inca Trail, guys.
The views over the ruins are amazing. We wind our way down the terraces that line the outer areas of town.
Come on. Last picture.
That's not.
Whoa!
And once inside the ruins, the boys are amazed by all the rock walls
We can hide in one of these.
and are eager to explore all the different temples.
Quite a view. I figured out where the Temple of the Sun is, guys.
What's Temple of the Sun?
It's the secret room we gotta find.
Really?
It's the only circular building in this whole place.
You mean that?
Yeah? Should we go try and find it?
Okay, let's go.
It's somewhere up this way.
Hola.
The Temple of Three Windows.
That's a weird name. The stairs are made out of one rock. See? 1, 2, 3, 4. Except they're one made out of one rock.
And here it is.
The Inca astronomers were able to predict the solstices, the longest and shortest days of the year. The angles of the pillar, so however the shadow shown off of that pillar.
The shortest day of the whole year, and tomorrow it will be the longest day of the year.
And they couldn't see that. And they just were like these witch doctors that knew all the things about the sun and the stars.
But soon enough, the excitement of exploring gives way to weary legs and hunger.
Seamus, see up at the top of the mountain up there?
Yeah.
That's the Temple of the Moon.
So there's the moon and the sun.
Yeah, there's Temple of the Moon and Temple of the Sun.
And there's temple of wind.
Condor, let's go find it. We haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, right. There's temple of everything.
A full day at Machu Picchu with giant Inca stones and little legs. It's time to be carried. They did great. Can I throw you on my back like one of the porters on the Inca Trail? All right, let's go. I hear thunder.
Hey! Hey! We're out at the rainstorm!
So while the rain falls, we grab a quick bite to eat. There's no eating in the ruins, so you either have to check a bag of food you bring with you at the entrance or eat here at the Sanctuary Lodge.
Chocolate muffin?
No.
What's this?
The only hotel located here at the top of the mountain.
What I got some chocolate and some chocolate and some chocolate.
A late afternoon lunch here is included with the Hiram Bingham train tickets.
Peach. Oh,
We break for afternoon tea before heading back to the ruins for some playtime.
After lunch, school's out and it's time for some fun. The ruins have sparked the boys' imaginations and now they take off.
Yay! Let's climb up. Let's slide down.
the Inca slide.
Let's go run!
We're getting deep into the ruins now. Lots of little tiny passages and rooms for them to explore.
Hey guys, we found the Temple of the Condor! It's the carving of the head of the condor, I guess.
Too much Inca Cola. Hey, where'd they go? Where could they be?
Running down hallways, imagining what each room was used for.
So that's how they wash their hands? That smells.
Discovering interesting rocks.
A heart! Thank you!
You didn't carve it?
You think it's an old Inca heart?
And local animals.
Seamus, look, do you see him?
As I watch the kids playing Explorer,
We're holding the giant boulder. Go, go, go!
I think about what it would have been like to be Hiram Bingham, traveling through the jungles, seeing things no Western explorer had seen before. And I think about our own adventures here in Peru and feel so blessed to have this adventurous spirit passed on to our kids. Exploring the colonial town of Cusco and the jungles around Aguas Calientes, taking the train through the steep canyons of the Sacred Valley, and discovering the ruins of this amazing mystic city at Machu Picchu.